Hello everyone, welcome for this lecture. Today we are going to discuss transient analysis. This is mainly for the fault clearance, during the fault clearance. So in this transient analysis we are going to study initial and final conditions. Initial and final conditions. So what do you mean by this initial and final conditions, or why we need to study this initial and final conditions are? There are many reasons for studying this. The most important reason is that the initial and final conditions evaluate the arbitrary constant that appears in the general solution of a differential equations especially. Okay, for this reason we are going to study this initial and final value, final conditions. Okay, so now to deal with this we are going to study some initial conditions or initial elements, initial conditions of the elements. Let's see what are those elements of those we are going to study initial conditions. First is the resistance. Okay, resistors, this resistance's initial condition we need to check, and we have elements like a inductor and we have an element like a capacitor. So we have to observe these three: resistance, inductance and capacitor. We'll see one by one. So let's see, first one is a resistor. Okay, when the voltage is as we know, resistance means we can say that the entire circuit is of DC. Okay, if your entire circuit consists of resistance, then you can say that is of DC circuit. Okay, now suppose when we say when a voltage is applied across the resistance, okay, you can observe the circuit diagram which consists of pure resistance, supply voltage, and there is a switch. Okay, resistance, right, connected in series with that. So when the voltage applied across this resistance by closing this switch, okay, then the current through this circuit will be IR, which is very simple. By Ohm's law we can write current flowing through that resistance will be V divided by R when the switch is closed. Okay, we know that resistance will not store energy, but heat will be dissipated in that. Okay, so remember one thing, that resistance, if we have initial condition of this one will be remains same, V by R will be remains the same when you close the switch. Okay, so therefore resistance will be remains resistance of your initial conditions as well as your final conditions. Okay, next we'll discuss about the inductor. Okay, so only two parameters which are going to change is one inductor, another one is a capacitor. Resistance is not going to change anywhere. Okay, anyhow, and let's see inductor. If you have a inductor in it, means in the circuit, which we can show by taking this circuit, consider a circuit diagram, okay, which consists of a voltage source with the inductor in series and a switch K in series. Let's say voltage across this inductance will be VL equal to L into DIL by dt. Okay, now we'll see what is that current. So DIL by dt will be, so if the circuit is entirely DC, okay, then what we can say is the current flowing through the inductor in a DC will be DIL by dt equal to 0. Okay, differentiation of that current will be equal to 0. Therefore you can easily say that VL equal to 0. Let's see that IL expression for this condition. Let's see expression for the current through the inductor will be I equal to, so expression for current in the pure inductance will be this: I is equal to 1 by L integration of minus infinity to t V into dt. Okay, 1 by L, this is for both, so we will be taking this. Observe, this is a continuous signal. Okay, so this is your continuous signal which is basically from 0, okay, means original reference is 0. So this signal might be from minus infinity to plus infinity. Okay, what we are going to take is from minus infinity to a certain time t. Okay, minus infinity to t V dt. So this minus infinity to t we are going to take as minus infinity to 0 one term, another one is 0 to t another term. Okay, so hope you have got this point. So 1 by L, this integration we are going to divide this entire signal from minus infinity to plus infinity. T is the time, a certain time. Okay, here we are going to take it as a T. Okay, so this minus infinity to T can be divided into two. One is from minus infinity to 0 and another one is 0 to T. Yes, let's take this 1 by L of minus integration of minus infinity to 0 v dt plus 0 to t v dt. Okay, in this case observe minus infinity to 0. Okay, minus infinity to 0 means it is the initial condition, like before the switching action. Okay, I repeat once, minus infinity to 0 minus, you can take this one also, minus infinity to 0 minus is your initial or just before condition of your switching action. Okay, therefore this can be taken as I of 0 minus. Okay, we'll explain what you mean by 0 minus and what you mean by 0 plus. So here I said minus infinity to 0, so and 0 to t. So here we'll take minus infinity to 0 minus and 0 minus to till t. Okay, so now from 0 to t into v dt we are going to consider. Right now in this equation, when you have expanded this, take this one, this into this 1 by L into minus infinity to 0 minus v dt plus 1 by L if you are taking. Okay, 1 by L integration of 0 to t v dt. So this is nothing but your just before condition of your switching action. I of t equal to I of 0 minus plus 1 by L 0 minus to t v dt. Here what we can do is put t is equal to 0 plus. Wherever you have a t, just put t equal to 0 plus. Here it will be 0 plus. I of 0 plus will be equal to I of 0 minus, here this one is as it is, plus 1 over L 0 to 0 minus to t equal to 0 plus. So 0 plus, right, into v into dt. So what is the change from 0 minus to 0 plus? Nothing. Okay, so you can take this as a 0 term. Therefore this term will goes to 0. So I of 0 plus will be equal to I of 0 minus. What you mean by this one is, okay, so what you mean by this one, in inductance, okay, in inductance, just before the current whatever we have, I of 0 minus will be equal to just after the switching action. Okay, 0 minus is just before the switching action and 0 plus is the just after the switching action. So those two current will be remains same in inductor. Okay, next we'll take we'll draw this inductance. Suppose if this is the inductor, initially L is there and there is after certain time, okay, this is before switching action 0 minus, and if you like to take after switching action, remember this inductance will be open circuited. Okay, and then we will discuss this later. And then if we have a inductor but the switch was closed for a long time, it means current will be flowing through that inductance. Therefore after certain time, that is 0 plus, after closing or opening, whatever may be the switching action. Okay, so initially some current is flowing in the inductor, then it's 0 plus, immediately after the switching action it has to be represented as current circuit with the same current I naught. Okay, initially suppose the current is 0 in the inductance, then after it is 0 minus, and then after switching action of 0 plus, then it will be open circuited. Okay, so now you can see the expression for this one. This you can say it is a final condition and this is your initial condition. Okay, where where it was current flowing through this is 0, and here where current is flowing initially. Okay, you can say it is as a steady state also. Okay, steady state. Now we will take a capacitor. the switch will consider the circuit which consists of current source with the capacitor, and VC is the voltage across the capacitor, and the switch K. Okay, so now in this case switch K is going to close at t equal to 0. Okay, and then when t equal to 0, you say when the t equal to 0, switch is going to close, means initially it was open, so that is just before the closing of this switch it will be 0 minus, and after closing this it is immediately 0 plus. Okay, we'll find out the capacitor voltage, how it will be. Okay, so let's just take the expression for voltage across the capacitor, that is nothing but 1 over C integration of minus infinity to t I into dt. This expression we know, right? And next in the previous case how we have discussed, this one also minus infinity to t means we are going to take from minus infinity to certain time t. Okay, here this one we are going to bifurcate minus infinity to t as minus infinity to 0 and 0 to t in the same way. Okay, just expand this 1 over c into this in integration of minus infinity to 0. Okay, and I into dt, plus another one is 1 over c into integration of 0 to t I into dt. As we know, this is the condition of minus infinity to 0 minus, means it is just before the action of your switch. Now in this case we are going to close the switch. Earlier that it was open. Okay, when you say that, it will be, you can consider this as VC of 0 minus, just before the closing of the switch. Okay, and this one is 1 over c integration of 0 to t I into dt. Okay, and now we'll be taking this, put t is equal to 0 plus in this entire equation, it will be Vc of 0 plus equal to Vc of 0 minus plus 1 over c 0 minus to 0 plus I into dt. What is the variation of current from 0 to 0 minus to 0 plus? Nothing. So this term goes to 0. Then what we can easily say that in the capacitor Vc of 0 minus will be equal to, or sorry, Vc of 0 plus will be equal to Vc of 0 minus, means in the capacitor the voltage across capacitor will not change instantly. Okay, whether if you are closing the switch or opening the switch. So in general we can say that just before the switching action and just after the switching action. Okay, let's take at t equal to 0 minus, if you have a capacitor and there is no voltage across this capacitor. Okay, when there is no voltage across capacitor, then while taking at t equal to 0 plus, you can consider this as a short circuit. Okay, and then suppose if the same capacitor, it has earlier case voltage across this, certain voltage across this capacitor, then this is at 0 minus, and while considering 0 plus condition, so this capacitor has to be replaced by a voltage source of a same voltage magnitude Vc. Okay, so this is about the elements of elements resistance, capacitor and inductor. So these three will be those initial and final conditions we have studied. Okay, now all these things will keep in a very systematic manner, that is by considering each element and how it has to be represented in initial conditions and final conditions. As I said, final conditions you can take it as a steady state conditions. Okay, now we'll take first element, that is a resistor. Resistance will be remains same in initial conditions as well as in final conditions. Okay, so next inductor. First inductor, where initial means current flowing through this inductor was 0. Okay, so that time if you have a pure inductor, then initial conditions, while taking initial conditions, okay, so that is 0 minus case, if there is no current flowing through this, what we have to do is this inductor has to be replaced by open circuit. Okay, suppose if that is the case, inductor of case which was a steady state, like a switch was closed for a long time. Okay, we will be discussing this in while taking the numericals. Just observe inductance with no current, that has to be replaced by open circuit in the initial conditions, and the same inductor, if for a final conditions, it has to be replaced by short circuit. Okay, means short it. Similarly, if an inductor which has initial conditions, some initial current, that is I naught, then it has to be replaced by current source for the initial conditions, and it has to be represented by like this, like one current source with another branch as a short circuit for a final conditions. And if you have a capacitor, simple capacitor which has no voltage across capacitor initially, then that has to be represented by short circuit initially, and for a final conditions you can take it as a open circuit. Suppose if it has a voltage across it initially, then initial condition of it is by it has to be replaced by voltage source with the same magnitude, and final condition voltage source along with that open circuit. Okay, so we will be very familiar with this by taking its procedure, and till now what we are speaking is about 0 minus and 0 plus. Let's see what you mean by this 0 minus and 0 plus. Now I hope you would have got it. Let's see. Suppose switching action, I used the word switching action every time. It may be, switching action means it may be opening action or it may be closing action. Now we'll concentrate on opening action. Okay, switch is opening, okay, at a time t equal to 0. Say suppose this is a switch K and it is going to open at t equal to 0. Now when you say switch is opening at t equal to 0, means what it was earlier. When the switch is going to open at t equal to 0, what was the earlier case? It is a symbol of opening. Okay, switch, you are going to open it like this. So what do you mean by this? Earlier case is what? It was closed. Okay, switch was closed, right? When the switch was closed, what is the conditions that we have to observe? Okay, so in this case, switch is going to open at t equal to 0, means t minus is what? 0 minus is what? It's 0 minus is closed. Okay, the switch was closed. Earlier, when you are going to open the circuit or open the switch, earlier it was closed. Okay, second case. So what you are going to do? Just opening that. Okay, you are just opening it. When you are opening it, when you open it immediately after opening it, it is called 0 plus. Okay, whatever may be the case, whether you are opening it or it might be you are closing it. Okay, so when the switch is closed, when you are closing the switch, meaning of that one is like this. So circuit will be like this, indicated, and the arrow mark will be downward direction. It means you are closing it at t equal to 0. Then what was the earlier condition? What was the earlier case of it? So you are going to close the switch at t equal to 0. Okay, what earlier case? It was open it. Okay, it was open. Okay, it was first open. That is the condition 0 minus. And what you are going to do afterwards, what we will do at t equal to 0, we are going to close the circuit. We will close the switch. This switch you are going to close it. That is your 0 plus. Okay, 0 minus and 0 plus will be same for both the cases. Whether you are opening it or closing it. So whatever you will do, switching action, 0 minus means just before. It is just before. Whatever you are doing, we don't know whether you are just before opening the circuit or you are closing the circuit. Okay, switching action, whatever you might be doing, but it is 0 minus means just before. Okay, and what do you mean by 0 plus? It is just after. It is just after, whether you are closing the circuit or opening the circuit. Okay, switching action we don't know how you are opening it or you might be closing it, but 0 plus meaning is just after, 0 minus is just before. You have to observe these two things, then only you don't get confused with what you mean by this 0 minus, what you mean by this 0 plus. Okay, so 0 minus means just before, whether you are closing it or you are opening, whatever you may be doing with respect to that switch. Okay, so 0 plus means just after, whether you are closing it or opening it, whatever it may be the case. 0 minus is just before what you are doing, 0 plus is just after what you are doing. Okay, we have to follow certain procedure to evaluate initial conditions. So that is, first case, when you get a circuit diagram, immediately what you have to do is to find out the initial conditions, replace all the inductors, okay, inductor with the open circuit. Okay, as we have said, initial conditions, if you are finding out initial conditions, if you have a inductor, that has to be open circuited, or if you have a current source having the value, that is inductor with a current value, then that has to be shown with a current source. Okay, at t equal to 0 plus. Okay, suppose if you have inductance, there is no current flowing through this initially, then you can take it immediately open circuit. Okay, suppose if the inductance you have, but with certain current I naught is flowing through this, then what you have to show is this inductor has to be replaced by this current source with the same current I naught. Okay, so then you have to do this first step, and second step is replace the capacitor with a short circuit or with a voltage source of the value V naught. If you have a capacitor, simple capacitor, there is no voltage across it, then directly short it. Okay, to find out initial conditions. And then suppose if you have voltage across this, a certain voltage across this, then don't show short circuit. Then that time you have to show is show by voltage source with the same voltage. Okay, and this is the second condition. Third condition is, if you have a resistors left in the network without any changes, means you have to keep resistor as it is, whether it is just before a condition or just after a condition, whatever may be the case, resistance remains resistance in the entire circuit. So all these things whatever we have discussed might be clear with you, clear for you with this example. Okay, let's say find I1 of 0 plus and IL of 0 plus for the circuit shown below, and that circuit is in steady state for t is equal to when t is less than 0. Okay, with the t is less than 0. Okay, so understand the numerical or example first. They have asked us to calculate I1 of 0 plus, and we need to calculate what is IL of 0 plus. Okay, okay, now let's see the means 0 plus and 0 plus means what we have to do is just after. Okay, just after the switching action, whether the switching action is closing or opening, let's see. So what we have to do is, in this circuit they have mentioned in this, and they have said that circuit is for a steady state, means final conditions we have to take for this. Okay, because they have said that that circuit is under steady state, means that circuit is under that condition for a longer time. Okay, now let's see what is the switching action. So this is a switch. What we are going to do, we are going to close the circuit. Meaning of this one is downward direction. So meaning of this one is you are closing the circuit. Okay, you are closing this circuit at t equal to 0. Okay, when t equal to 0 you are going to close the circuit, means what is the earlier. Okay, when t equal to 0 you are going to close the circuit. Okay, then what about initial condition, means what is the initial condition of it, this circuit is switch. How a switch was earlier? It was open. Okay, because you are going to close the switch at t equal to 0. Meaning of this one is switch was early open. Okay, now take circuit and then switch was, first condition is what? Before doing this action it was a open circuit. So resistance remains resistance, and remember switch was open for a long time because they have mentioned it is a steady state. Circuit is in steady state, means for a long time, means final conditions we have to apply. Okay, when you are taking that inductor, keep as it is, later we will think about it. Okay, resistance are there, keep a resistance as it is. So between these two terminal we have to connect inductor. So just recall once how the inductor is when for a final conditions. Okay, final conditions. What was the final condition of a inductor? Final value of a inductor. What is the final value of inductor? There is no current they have mentioned. So this condition we cannot take it. So inductor we can take, that is first one is open circuit, and so it is initial condition, but it is in a steady state, means final condition we have to apply. This is the steady state. What we have to do is that inductor has to be replaced by short circuit. Okay, now let's take this and replace in this as a current source, and switch earlier it was open and there is a resistance, and this has to be replaced by short circuit and resistance as it is. So this is also 1 ohm, this is also 1 ohm, this is 2 ampere. Now what is I1? I1 is current flowing through this R1, this is I1. And what is the IL? IL is nothing but current flowing through this inductance. Okay, or you can say current flowing through this R2 resistance. But you can say current through inductor and this resistance, current through this inductor and current through this resistance will be remain same because these two are in series. So what we can say is IL we have to calculate, because we are taking a just before that action, just before this closing the circuit it was open, I of 0 minus. So IL of 0 minus will be equal to IL of 0 plus, because this is an inductor. When switching action takes place immediately, current will not change. We have proved this. Okay, this you can make use. Now we'll take this, it will be short circuited and this is open circuited, means you can remove this off. Okay, now we can calculate what is the current flowing through this I1 and IL of 0 minus. We can take IL of 0 minus is what? Main current, you know. You can use the current division factor or current division or branch current formula. So IL of 0 minus will be equal to main current, okay, 2 ampere, that is nothing but your IS, into resistance of the other branch is 1 ohm, that is R1, divided by total resistance R1 plus 1 ohm. So that is nothing but IL of 0 minus, which is equal to 2 ampere divided by 1 plus 1 is 2, which is 1 ampere. Okay, since you have got IL of 0 minus, what we can say is this is also nothing but IL of 0 plus, because in inductance current will not change immediately. Okay, that you can take. Yes, both we have calculated, means this one we have calculated IL of 0 plus. What about I1 of 0 plus? First case is I1 of 0 minus. So when initially it was short and this was also open, so one current, this branch current you know, this is 1 ampere, this main current you know 2 ampere. What about this current then? Directly you can write I1 is nothing but main current minus branch current, which is 1 ampere. So it is nothing but 1 ampere. But they have not asked I1 of 0 minus, they have asked us to calculate I1 of 0 plus just after closing the circuit. Now we'll take that. So that is nothing but current source. Just after means what is the switching condition? Close it. You have closed the switch. Okay, then this is a resistance. So here you need not bother about inductance because IL of 0 minus and IL of 0 plus we have already calculated. Okay, if you would like to take, you can take it once again. Okay, but when you are taking this, okay, so when you are taking, just opening it means you are just closing the circuit, immediately it remains the same. So what about this? There is a short circuit across this resistance. So whenever you get a short circuit, remember maximum or entire current flows through this. There is no current flows through this R1. Therefore, I1 of 0 plus will be equal to 0 ampere because there is a what? Short circuit beside that. How we can say? Short circuit voltage is how much? 0 volt. So these two are in parallel. So this and this two are in parallel. Voltage across this is also 0. Whatever current will be equal to what? V by R. So V is 0, 0 divided by 1 ampere, which will be 0. Okay, so that is nothing but this. We have taken I1. IL of 0 minus we have got. You can easily see that IL of 0 plus is also 1 ampere. Okay, and now we'll take next is this. Okay, so here at t plus, that is t of 0 plus, current through resistance initially it will be 1 and immediately after closing the circuit it will be 0 ampere. Only current through resistance is going to change drastically. Okay, let's see the another example. Find Vc of 0 plus. So Vc is where? Voltage across this capacitor. Okay, so for the circuit shown below, assume that the switch was in a closed state for a long time. Okay, switch was closed for a long time. And now observe this circuit. It consists of a voltage source 1 ampere, 1 volt, 1 ohm, 1 ohm and a capacitor C. Okay, so switch, what is the switching action? You are going to open the switch. You are going to open the switch at t equal to 0. When you are opening the switch at t is equal to 0, earlier what was the condition of that switch? Switch was closed. Okay, now you are opening that. Okay, before that it was closed. Therefore, and they have said that assume that switch was closed for a long time. What do you mean by that? Long time is nothing but your steady state, or nothing but you can say it is a final condition. Okay, switch was closed for a long time. Okay, now means it is a steady state. Now let's take, when the switch was, switch was in closed state for the long time. What we can do is, so this resistance remains the same, voltage source remains the same, this resistance is also remains the same. Earlier this switch was closed. Okay, this switch was closed. And now what about the capacitor for the final value? What is the capacitor for the final value? It will be open circuit. Okay, it will be open circuit. Check it with one more time if you want. Okay, capacitor has to be shown by open circuit. Okay, now whatever this entire circuit will become, then it is a shorted, then circuit resistance, voltage source like this, and there is a open circuit. Open circuit voltage we get Vc. Vc is nothing but voltage across this resistance, which is this 1 ohm. Okay, voltage across this one, Vc is nothing but voltage across this resistance. So here you can take Vc of 0 minus, just before the switching action. You are before opening, it was a closed, that is we had taken Vc of 0 minus will be equal to, it is nothing but voltage across 1 ohm, this resistance. Okay, to calculate that, what we have to do is, what is the voltage across 1 ohm? This voltage initially it was closed, then what we have to do is current flowing through that we have to calculate I into and resistance of that, that is 1 ohm. How we can do it? By applying KVL for this, or you can apply Ohm's law, because this is open and this is a closed. Okay, it is a very simple network, right? It consists of only these three terms. One is the voltage and two resistance are in series. So current flowing through this circuit will be equal to 5 volts divided by 2 resistances, that is 1 plus 1, which is 2. So 2 ones are 2, 2.5. Okay, 2.5 volts. This is VC of 0 minus. Just before the switching action is 2.5 volts. But in the capacitor, as we know that switching action, sudden change, even though sudden changes, there is no change in the voltage. Therefore, VC of 0 plus will also remains same of VC of 0 minus. Just before the switching action, that is just before the opening of the switch, will be 2.5 volt voltage across the capacitor. It remains same when you immediately open the circuit, that is 2.5 volts, which is VC of 0 plus. Okay, that is here. You have taken at initially, means just before what you are doing, it was closed, and then afterwards you are opening, but that we don't require now. Once you have calculated VC of 0 minus, it remains the same for VC of 0 plus also. Okay, so now we'll take this another example. IL of 0 plus and VC of 0 plus we have to find out. So where IL of 0 plus, IL is here. Okay, current through the inductance. What is the VC? VC is what? Voltage across this capacitor. Two terms we have to calculate at a time. First, check with the switching action. You are going to open the switch, okay, at t equal to 0. Okay, then what was the earlier? What was the just before that switching action? Before opening, what it was the case? It was closed. Switch was closed. Okay, and they have said circuit is in steady state, means for a long time switch was closed. Okay, then what we have to do? Apply final value conditions for this. Okay, now what we have to do? First, this is 0 minus at t equal to 0 minus, means just before the switching action. What was the just before switching action? It was closed. You are going to open, but it was closed. So this was closed. When circuit was closed, that is at t equal to 0 minus, resistance, switch closed, and resistance, inductor is there, that has to be for a long time, means a final value of the inductor when there is no current, that you have to apply. Okay, inductor with no current flowing, what is the final value of it? Okay, at a steady state, what was it? It is the short circuit. Suppose if inductor with initial condition, if there is no current flowing through this, what is the initial condition? How we used to represent? By open circuit. For a final condition, it should be short. Okay, this has to be short circuited. Okay, and then we have a 5 volt source. And what about this capacitor? When the capacitor, there is no voltage initially, but if it was there initially, we used to show it by short circuit, and for a final value we used to show it by open circuit. So now this capacitor will be shown by open circuited. Now we have to calculate what is the VC and what is this IL. So this is at what? 0 minus. VC of 0 minus is what? And IL of 0 minus is what we have to find out. Once you find out VC of 0 minus and IL of 0 minus, it's enough, because in a capacitor, VC of 0 plus will be equal to VC of 0 minus. Okay, and in inductor, IL of 0 plus will be equal to IL of 0 minus. Okay, only thing is we have to calculate what is a VC 0 minus and IL 0 minus just before. Let's take in this circuit. Okay, the switch was closed. This is at 0 minus condition. Okay, let's take IL of in this circuit, since it is a open. Okay, so only single loop is there, current will be same. Okay, single current will be flowing this. You can take it as a IL or you can take it as a I. Okay, IL of 0 minus will be what? Apply simple Ohm's law. There is a voltage source and there are two resistances in series. Okay, so IL of 0 minus is nothing but your this loop current. Okay, so this loop current will be taking as IL of 0 minus. Okay, that is nothing but 5 volts divided by 2 resistance in series, 2 plus 3, which is equal to 1 ampere. Okay, as we know, in inductance current will not change immediately, therefore IL of 0 plus is also remains the same as that of your IL of 0 minus. This is your IL of 0 minus, which is 1 ampere. Okay, keep aside. Then come to VC of 0 minus, means voltage across this capacitor. What is the voltage across capacitor? This is nothing but, you can observe, voltage across this is nothing but voltage across this resistance. Instead of connecting resistance here, you can connect here. Okay, means these two are parallel. You can say voltage across this open circuit is nothing but voltage across this 3 ohm, or you can go by voltage divide rule, or you can say branch voltage formula. That is main voltage into other branch voltage divided by, main voltage into other resistance divided by total resistance, or else we can go by this one. Vc of 0 minus is nothing but voltage across this resistance, because these two are in, this and this are in parallel. Okay. Oh, how to calculate voltage across this 3 ohm is nothing but current flowing through that 3 ohm into resistance. As we know, what is the current flowing through this 3 ohm? Because this is the open circuit, current will not be flowing through this. So we get a simple network, that is a complete series network. So whatever current is we have calculated, not this, you can take this one, whatever current we have calculated, that remains the same. Okay, or else directly you can calculate current flowing through this 3 ohm will be nothing but 5 divided by 2 resistance in series. So it is nothing but 1 ampere. Vc of 0 minus will be, current is 1 ampere, resistance is 3. Therefore, Vc of 0 minus will be 3 volt. As we know, in capacitor voltage will not change immediately. Therefore, we can write Vc of 0 plus will be equal to Vc of 0 minus, which is equal to 3 volt. Hope these things are clear to you. Another one example we'll be discussing with respect to this differentiations. Okay, in the network, a bit different as compared to earlier numericals. In the given network, K is the switch. It is closed at t equal to 0 with 0 current in the inductor. Initially, there is no current flowing through inductor. Find the value of I di by dt, di square by dt square at t equal to 0 plus. R value and L value they have mentioned. That is, in this network, we have, here we have R is equal to 8 ohm and L is equal to 0.2 Henry. So this voltage source is of 12 volt. We have to calculate I di by dt, d square I by dt square. We have to make such an equation so that if you differentiate that once, we have to get di by dt, and another time if you integrate differentiate, you have to get di square by dt square, d square I by dt square. Okay, just get, that is first thing. What is the switching action? You are going to close the switch. Okay, what you are going to do is, you are going to close the switch at t equal to 0. And then what is just before that action? You are going to close the switch means, what was the before idea? It was open, circuit was open. When the circuit was open, okay, when the circuit was open, how inductor has to be represented? Remember, there is no current in the inductor. Initial condition we have to apply. If we have an inductor, that has to, it has to be represented by open circuit. Switch was open initially, that is at 0 minus, and then inductor is also represented by open circuit, and then this is the voltage source. What is the current flowing through this? It will be equal to 0. Therefore, we can say that IL of 0 minus will be equal to 0 amperes. Okay, IL of 0 minus will be equal to 0 ampere. And I we have to calculate at t equal to 0 plus, means IL of 0 plus we have to calculate. What is this? These two will be same, because in inductor current will not change immediately. Therefore, it is also 0 ampere. So this we have calculated. Next is di by dt. To calculate di by dt, what we have to do is, take the simple circuit of this, just close this, it is 0 plus. Okay, here this circuit is not a steady state. Okay, it is not a steady state. Don't represent this inductor by short circuit and all. Directly you write as it is, close resistance and inductance and this resistance, voltage source. Current you take as I, apply KVL for this. When you apply KVL for this, it is 8 ohm into current, current it is 8I plus current flowing through this. It will be L into di by dt. Okay, L into di by dt, okay, equal to two terms, 1, 2 and third term will be equal to 12 volts. Okay, or else you can write 8I plus L into di by dt. If we are reaching negative sign of this 12 volt, minus 12 equal to 0. From this you can write equal to 12. Call this equation number as 1. Okay, in this case, so this is the first case. Okay, to find out this di by dt and d square I by dt, what you have to do is just a simple representation. Don't replace anything, just close the switch, whatever it was the case. Okay, and then I we have to apply KVL for this. It is nothing but 8I. Okay, apply KVL for that. It is 8I plus L into di by dt equal to 12 volt. Call this equation number 1. And now in the I place we have to represent 0 plus. So that is 8I of 0 plus L into di of 0 plus divided by dt will be equal to 12. This is equal to, when you have substituted t equal to 0 plus. Now as we know, I of 0 plus value we know, right? We have already calculated it. It is I of 0 plus is 0 ampere. Okay, so we know this value, substitute it. Okay, and L value also we know, right? And di by dt we need to calculate equal to 12. It's just a simplification. Whatever the values we know, just substitute in this. So here I of 0 plus value is 0. Okay, and L into di by dt equal to 12. Okay, so 12 we get, and then L value we know, that is a 0.2 Henry. So di by dt will be equal to 12 divided by L, which is 12 divided by 0.2, which gives us 60, and di by dt's unit will be ampere per second. Okay, ampere per second. And similarly we require d square I by dt square. For that what we have to do is differentiate this first equation. Okay, differentiate this equation. If you differentiate this di by dt, will get d square I by dt square. Okay, then let's do that. Differentiate this first equation, which is 8I plus L into di by dt equal to 12. When you differentiate it, it will be 8 di by dt plus L into d square I by dt square equal to 0. Correct? Let's take the same equation, differentiate that first equation. Okay, differentiate that first equation. You get 8 equal to 8 as, okay, 8I 8 di by dt plus L into d square I by dt square equal to 0. Right? So in this di by dt value of 0 plus we know, which is a 60 ampere, which we have already calculated. Okay, and then L into d square I by dt square equal to 0. We need to calculate this. Get the d square I by dt square separately equal to minus 8 di of 0 plus by dt. So just substitute that value. It will be minus 8 into di by dt is 60 ampere per second was that. We have substituted, and then L of this side we can bring here. So minus 8 into 60 divided by 0.2 Henry. So which gives us d square I of 0 plus divided by dt square will be minus 2400 ampere per second square. So d square I by dt square unit will be ampere per second square. If it was d cube I by dt cube, then its unit will be ampere per second cube. Okay, so similarly let's get a bit more familiar with this. We have one more example, which is for the network shown below. We have to calculate I di by dt, d square I by dt, and the switch is going to close at a t equal to 0. Okay, then when you are saying we have to calculate these values at a t equal to 0 plus. First case, what is the condition of a case, switch? What is the switch we are going to operate, switching action we are going to do? So we are going to close the switch at t equal to 0, means what is 0 minus case? It was open. Okay, earlier case it will be open. So to get that, what we have to do is draw the circuit at t equal to 0 minus. Okay, so what is this? Just before. Okay, So when 0 minus, just before that it was open, okay, and there is a resistance. Here simple inductance is there, it has to be represented by open circuit because it is the initial condition. They have not mentioned anything about steady state, or they have not mentioned about a long time and so on. When they use the word steady state, long time, and then you have to go for a final values, okay. So now, or final conditions, now they have not mentioned anything about it, so what we have to do is initial conditions, okay. So this one will be switch was initially open, circuit resistance, and this is a open circuit, inductance has to be replaced by open circuit, and you have a capacitor, initially capacitor will be short circuited, okay. Then you have a voltage source. Then what is the current flowing through this circuit will be I of 0 minus will be equal to 0 ampere. Therefore it is nothing but current flowing through this inductance also, therefore it will be equal to IL of 0 plus as well, okay. Once we have got these two values, okay, you can note down this once, right. So then what you have to do is voltage across this capacitor also we have to calculate. Here it was a capacitor and you have shorted it according to initial conditions. So when you have shorted, what is the voltage across short circuit? It will be equal to 0. Therefore Vc of 0 minus, it is totally at t equal to 0 minus, Vc is equal to 0 minus, which is nothing but 0 volts. Okay. Therefore in a capacitor voltage will not change immediately, Vc of 0 plus also equal to 0 volt. So current also we have got and voltage also we have got across the capacitor, okay. But they have not asked only this, they have asked us to calculate di by dt and d square I by dt square as well, okay. Now to find out that thing, simple, let's close the switch, that is t equal to 0 plus, just after, immediately just after, nothing is going to change there, okay. Current, resistance, inductance and capacitor we have written, and this is the voltage source we have taken. Apply KVL for this, quite easy for us to write the KVL, and then start with the 10 ohm, or we can start with this voltage source. We are reaching minus 10 volt plus, then we are reaching to 10 I, and then voltage across inductance will be L into di by dt, okay, plus voltage across capacitor is 1 over C integration of I into dt, which is equal to 0, okay. Then minus 10 is there, that's you can send to this side. So this is nothing but your 10I plus L into di by dt plus 1 over C integration of I into dt equal to 10. Let's call this equation number as 1, because we require to calculate a d square I by dt square. That time you can again differentiate this equation, means you can differentiate this equation, okay. So one thing, instead of writing 1 over C integration of I into dt, it is nothing but voltage across capacitor. Instead of writing this equation, in the next equation what I'll write is 10I plus L into di by dt. Instead of writing this term, will take into voltage Vc, will represent it as just a Vc. Vc is nothing but voltage across capacitor. We have already calculated it. Here we have already calculated it. Don't use the formula again. We can just write their name equal to 0. Remember, while differentiating, you have to differentiate this equation, not this, okay. So now, so just substitute I as a I of 0 plus, because we are calculating entire thing as 0 plus. So 10 into I of 0 plus L into di by dt of this 0 plus Vc of 0 plus equal to 10. So you know this value and you know this value, okay. Substitute it. So I of 0 plus is 0, okay, and Vc of 0 plus is also 0. Then L into di by dt equal to 10, okay. So then di by dt will be equal to 10 by L. L is 1, so therefore its value is 10 ampere per second. So next differentiate this first equation to calculate a d square I by dt square. Then what do we get here? So it is nothing but differentiate this equation with respect to t. It is di by dt plus L into d square I by dt square plus 1 over C. Differentiate the integration of I is differentiation and integration goes. So it is nothing but simply I equal to 0, right? That only we have to write. Okay, now substitute all the values. 10 di by dt plus L into d square I by dt plus I was I of 0 plus, okay, its value is 0. Okay, now 10 into di by dt was 10 ampere per second, substitute that value and then calculate d square I by dt square is nothing but 10 into 10 100. 100 you send this side, it will be minus 100 ampere per second square. Okay.